Hey, what's up guys, Pablo here with another video, and today we have the unboxing and my first thoughts and impressions on the Quest 4 by Nike. I've only been able to use the shoes for about a week and I've ran no more than 5 miles on these, so these are only my initial thoughts and not a full-on review. The Nike Quest 4, or the 2021 version of the Quest, was released around May of this year. The shoe retails for $75 on Nike and a couple other retailers, and as usual, I got these true to size. I've been in Mexico for a few weeks dealing with some family stuff, so I ordered these from Nike Mexico, and they sent these in a shipping packaging that is very similar to the environmentally friendly one in the US. Once out of the shipping packaging, the shoes came in a regular orange Nike shoebox. When you open up the shoebox, one of the first things you notice is that the shoe is very minimalistic. The two most noticeable details are the swoosh on the lateral side and the "Engineered for Fast" message at the heel. It also seems like this Quest was updated to fit a more sleek and streamlined design found on more premium running shoes from Nike. Because of that, the shoes seemed a bit small and like they had a more narrow fit. I noticed something interesting as I took them out of the box though, and that was an alphanumeric detail at the tongue, just like the one that we saw on the Winflo 8 a few videos ago, that spells out Nike Quest. And speaking of that shoe, once the Quest 4 was out of the box, I immediately thought of the Winflo 8. The overall design of the silhouette is very similar to that shoe, especially at the midsole. There are a few features on this Quest 4 that we have to consider in order to differentiate the shoes. The Quest has a synthetic upper at the forefoot, which at first I was a bit hesitant about. When first looking at it, it seemed a bit plasticky and rubberish, and overall just not too breathable or durable. After some use though, it turned out to be pretty decent and proved most of my expectations wrong. One downside is that this part of the upper is not as flexible. The one on the Winflo, although meshes well, was a bit more uniform and stretchy, where this one feels a tad more rigid. In the midfoot, the Quest has a transparent window showcasing the Flywire technology that helps the lacing system. The Flywire technology provided an overall secure fit throughout the entire shoe that I was quite impressed with, especially for $75. Even then, the shoe actually felt wider than I had imagined, primarily at the forefoot. Now, going back to the Winflo 8, that shoe also had the Flywire cables, and to make them even more similar, as I mentioned previously, the midsole on this Quest 4 is also very similar to the one on the Winflo. But it is also basically the same as the one on the previous version of the shoe, the Quest 3. Nike claims that this Quest 4 has higher foam heights, or a taller midsole, with the purpose of adding a bit more cushioning. I cannot confirm or deny this since I didn't have the last version, but my assumption is that the midsole didn't change much. Now, the most important thing to keep in mind about the midsole of this shoe, and perhaps the one reason why you would or wouldn't spend the extra $15 on the Winflo 8, is that the Quest 4 doesn't have any air zoom units within the midsole, which means you give up a bit of cushioning and responsiveness on this shoe. This lack of zoom units was very noticeable to me since I have been wearing shoes that do have units or have softer, more cushioning foam. And perhaps this is also the reason why Nike made the midsole taller, to try to make up for the zoom units. These features all added up for an interesting experience while trying the shoes for performance. Like I said before, the lack of air zoom units was very noticeable to me, and the cushioning and or responsiveness that they can provide is something I've grown used to. The lack of these units was mostly recognizable at the forefoot. Whenever I was running, the area below the ball of my foot felt empty or hollow, almost as if the unit was supposed to be there, but it wasn't. Now, this doesn't mean that the shoe had no cushioning. The foam, which I assume is Crystalline foam, ended up doing a great job. Also, the shoe stayed secure because of the Flywire, which made the overall experience a bit more enjoyable. I tried these for HIIT workouts too, and the lack of zoom units turned out not to be a problem. I finished the workout and remembered I was wearing the Quest, which I was incredibly surprised with how seamless and comfortable really it had felt throughout. After trying it again for a few more of these workouts, I realized that this shoe could really be used outside of or besides running, and perhaps be a great and affordable gym shoe. I also tried the shoes casually, and they were pretty comfortable to use for just walking around. Over a long period of time, however, the more narrow fit definitely got a bit discouraging. I don't think they would be my first choice casually because of this, but they can definitely get the job done. As with some running shoes, the way these looked with jeans was simply not my favorite. I would definitely wear them with more leisure or athletic wear as they fit the running shoe aesthetic a little better. But it all obviously depends on your style and how you decide to wear them. Overall, the Quest 4 is affordable, minimalistic, and it has similar features to more premium shoes. You give up a bit of extra cushioning due to the lack of air zoom units, but it is still a decent running shoe that can be used for other activities as well. And that was it for today's video, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed it and got something useful out of it. If you did, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit the thumbs up button down below. It would mean a lot. Also, if you have or had the Quest 4, please go ahead and leave a comment down below with your thoughts and opinions on it so other people watching can also consider them. Thank you guys so much for watching. Pablo, out.